historical precedent for MEA teams to get over-aggressive in some situations, to overcommit to fights. Ketpa tosses out a grenade in the wrong location. Hwang F has kind of slipped away. They've kind of lost track of where he is. He's positioned himself in a very dangerous position between several players, but the Mad doesn't have the angle just yet. Ooh. Now he does, but it's not quite enough on the first spray, but the second easily enough comes through. Eternal Fire.
Sort of fighting in the north, trying to get into the circle, right?
I mean, that's Eternal Fire. This is what we expect to see from this event.
Right.
They're going to be send to that spot, hope we get the pop, don't need to do a lot of damage if we can work out our positioning. And so they did that perfectly. But there's multiple ways to play the game. And, you know, we saw Twisted Minds. They had those big score count. As far as kills go, they got deep into the game. I actually asked Batulin at the start of the day today, EWC didn't go the way you wanted to.
Right.
Obviously, coming off of the last PGS, what's the play this time? And he said, we got to play every game like it's our last game of the group.
Game number one, but hopefully game number two will go better for them. But Lunar Galaxy, like you say, the wide split, this time around, they got caught out, almost caught out by Salute, flanking out far out to the northwest.
Stay alive for some placement points. That's probably the ideal case scenario. Does look like Gen G are spacing quite nicely on this entry, and so it'll be difficult to double down. Impossible.
Dominant-looking Twisted Minds, and Hisaki is going to try and take down the 2-point kill on Sorsed. He can't even do that as Perfectix steals that from under his nose for his 11th of the game. Oh my god, Hisaki, they know he's...
Oh, look at him go!
They're not going to let him deny.
I don't want to die! I want to go down on my own terms, is what he says. But of course, it is going to be Twisted Minds that will take game number 2. Dominant performance, but, you know, cool, calm, and collected really is the way that it seems for Twisted Minds. Like, that is just another day at the office for this team.
Yeah, they barely even looked like it. Smokes and whatever they can find, but Tonke taken down low.
Yeah, but Under One's going to try and push his way forward and put the pressure on. That's a nice shot onto Xiaoxi. Will be given some time for a first aid kit. New Happy just get wiped by FW Esports. I suppose what's going to happen is going to happen, but FW Esports have got to be aware that they continue to be challenged for their position on the northeastern side of the zone. For us, more importantly, Gen G trying to make this push in. I mean, it is only Roth at the moment for the Falcons that's kind of harassing them, but Twisted Minds will come into play in a moment.
As well for a bit of extra cover, but for now everyone else has just so many lines of sights over this entire region, and now Gen G has to try and make a play across it. Barpo's not going to make it. Oh my god, straight into TDT.
Yeah, it's a battle of bridge trolls at the moment, and TDT come out the bigger and the stronger. Still got Lunar Galaxy to worry about. Poss has been knocked by Batulin, who is actually now the last man out on the western coast. He's been left there by Twisted Minds.
There's the 15x on that MK12. God damn, that thing is... You can see inside KDF's thoughts right now.
Eternal Fire, they're just so hot right now, man. Like, they're just hitting everything. It's taken so much map control as well. Kappa having been able to push his way forward. It seems to be information that's gone across to KDF. The nade's headed in his direction, proving that fact. But two players trying to hold on against this kind of an onslaught. I mean, this has been Eternal Fire's world. We are just living in it, and that is their second win.
Little star right there for Mr. Marco. But everybody got active. You know, even the Matt. The Matt, he had a great first game. He said, you know what? I did so good on the first one. This is about you guys. I'm here to support this match.
Yeah, I like it.
But a good win for them. Let's take a look at the man of the match. Not surprised. Code Marco. He was confident on picture day and deserves to be with his performance here. And I think I love watching them. They're always friendly. They're all
like that. I like that.
Maybe they've bribed us to talk nicely about them in the past. I won't argue that. You bring
now they show us.
I'll be on your side.
Now they show us they're doing well. 23 points in the game, and we're forced to talk about them. I love it. Yeah, I'm really happy to see them step up.
And there alongside KDF, it's just an absolute mess out on this western flank.
Well, they know they can't get into this zone. If they try and drive anywhere east, there's 3 full teams already just peppering into them. They've just got to play for kills. They've got to get what they can on this ridge line. Cumin gets the better of Hakatori, as cracked his example says he is, which is a glowing reference. Sometimes it's not quite enough. And now Falcons are trying to make the push, but they're getting bodied by Code Marco as well.
I don't know if that's where. KDF definitely going to get themselves a couple of points here, and that is an easy cleanup for Cumin.
Damage, they are farming from this compound, but they've lost Ruin. As New Happy's made the entrance, they've identified the weak spot, they've crept their way in. Sololzi does exactly the same as TDT.
Yeah. Cerberus, they are...
Shrimzy gets a re-knock as a Molotov gets shot out of the air in front of his face.
Yeah, expertly done really from the Soniqs. They've had to work hard for this win, but it looks like it is going to be a win. Eternal Fire don't have a whole lot of room left to work with. Zone pushing at their backs. So Marco will get a knock, but that won't be enough to really unsettle Soniqs right here, as they are going to continue their charge forward, and you might just consider this a victory lap, if nothing else. Shrimzy round the back. Won't quite find his man, but in the end, it is going to be Soniqs to claim a victory in game number 4.
Go to a massive event with a huge check, and he said, no, I got to stay here and make sure I play with the boys. And you got to respect that kind of dedication from this team. Also worth noting, in that top 4 that we just saw, the rich are still getting richer. The teams that are ending in the top 4 are teams that are continuously dominating the leaderboard in our first 4 games.
It's a little bit scary, especially with a team like Eternal Fire also getting that many points again. It's going to be super top heavy here. Tickleton, man of the match. 6 knockouts, 4 kills. A lot of knockouts across the whole team there. You saw H with the 4 knockouts, only 1 kill. Group effort here, team effort for this year. So it's obviously fantastic to see the win take.
The way you said it is perfect, because that to me is what has encased the Soniqs this year in particular. This is the best I've ever seen them. If there was a year where I was like, this is the year they go to PGC and possibly win and lift the trophy, and it's on the back of their team chemistry, the way that they've been playing as a team, sort of just thinking as a group, everything they do, you can tell that they talk about themselves in like the royal we is I sense, and I really like listening.
Yeah, I like that a lot. 21 points coming their way. Eternal Fire.
ESO instead is there a hot drop here from GNL.
I haven't seen them hop out of the plane just yet. With oh, there they are. They're heading west, and TDT's heading east. So
W though.
Nope. We got nothing. No Korean teams scrapping on phase number 1.
I think we might. We'll see where FW's headed. Okay, they're a bit split though.
Most of them's in La Cobb. So maybe, I don't know. Do we count like a vehicle? Little cheeky grenade on himself. So it looks like we are once again heading back into a restart for game number 5.
Well, you did say you wanted a chance
change of grenades, so it's not going to be the most intense of anime kaiju battles between these 2 titans of the game.
Well, you never know. 7-7 has rocked up behind Lou. Twisted Mind's a bitten off a little more than they can chew, but it is going to be Perfectix to get the last laugh over Tickleton.
Interview that, you dog.
Well,
Perfectix.
Let them know. But there is still one more game for tonight, so let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Well, I mean, Twisted Minds did lose a player in that.
Get the flush.
Well, he's probably worried about Chris on the roof, which is fair enough. Brex inside of that smoke. He's trying to play some kind of ninja gameplay, but he's been heard by Rex. And Rex has actually doubled down. He's finished off Brex. Rex onto Brex. Can you believe it? Chris has found Ming Ming. It's all a bit of a mess right now, but it is Chris up on that roof trying to save the day for Ascend. Take that win.
How did they get him down? They've got no utility left.
Well, they've got the blue zone. And that eventually is going to force him out.
And when it forces him out, it forces them out into the open as well. If he can just get this heal down, it's down to a 1 versus 1. Shao-Si, the only real benefit he has is the fact that he can peek up over the top and get a... Oh, finally, one more bullet was all it took. But Chris, oh man, you talk about players clutching up in 1vX factors. He is way up there on the table, but could not get it done against the rookie on the global stage for New Happy.
Yeah, well, as we were saying, it's important for any number of those teams.
New Happy close together. It's definitely not a committed fight. It's just Na'Vi looking for a vehicle that they can use to get over the top of Lost Leonis and over to their loot spot, but still a risky proposition to get that close to an area with massive high construction tower cranes that could have a gun on top of them, that could put a couple of shots into your back as you're falling away. Flood just on the south side of San Martin, trying to grab whatever he can get at their typical loot spot on this map, so they'll be reasonably happy to see that. Salute with the replay on the spray that was cut short a little bit as we had the Tiamba highlights earlier on, but that 4x 1 HP AUG spray from Heather, just standing wide in the open, not a care in the world, and getting the job done for KDF. Look at the giggle on Salute's face.
Soon, because Lunar Galaxy have just decided, hey, we're going to drive right next to Soniqs, and Shrimzy says, no, I'll pick that one up. Kickstart was involved, and, well, man.
Said it in his accent. That was impressive.
Well, I think Lunar Galaxy have finally gotten the memo, but it's just a little bit too little too late. What is this game? This is a bit of a mess. I mean, we had such a sort of slow start to the last game in Miramar, and right here for game number 6, it's just kind of popped off all of a sudden.
Yep, game 6.5.
Yeah, Soniqs on the kill feed there as well. Is keeping me interested for a late resurgence maybe into a top 2. That's not worked out very well for Eternal Fire. Kepa, he cooked the nade.
Not much of him left.
A little bit of team-on-team action there from Ascend in the kill feed, but they look to be okay to get that revive, I can see from the minimap. New Happy, not in a particularly happy place.
2 blue zone grenades. That's the magic number. There's no surviving this for either of them. But Toolins makes sure that if his team is going to use utility, they're going to use it correctly. New Happy, nothing they can do.
Nothing indeed. I can't imagine that this is going to be an easy one for Tiamba to hold on to. And certainly not looking good for Ascend. Quint is going to get that knock onto 7-7, but it's not going to save Ascend. It may help Soniqs to finish this one off, though. This is looking like a foregone conclusion if I've ever seen one. Soniqs with 13 kills already. It's going to be a massive win for them, and it'll be the top one for the day. It was 13 from Eternal Fire in game number 3, but Soniqs are going to go just past that.
Shrimzy's on 9. He's got the grenades. He's going to try and blow down the fence and maybe get it over the top. It doesn't matter. CC's grenade does the damage to himself, denies the point.
You bet on Shrimzy every single time. But he comes out, he only took 61 damage. They took very little damage, did a ton of output. Taegleton with 3, Kick with 1, H-Win as well. So the whole team involved in another solid victory. Good day for the Soniqs. We'll keep talking about them because they got this win, but it wasn't really just a Soniqs day. It was sort of like a top 4 day, really, it felt.
Yeah, it was. And obviously, as the man of the match here, for sure, for Shrimzy. That's you can't hate this guy.
No.
Too nice, too happy, too good at the game.
Yeah, so I don't know if you got a chance to watch an interview we did with him at the end of PAS.
Yeah.
But the cat, his girlfriend, was having a watch party in the other room, and so they were about 10 minutes delayed. So while we were interviewing him, his team got in a huge fight, and you